and welcome, my beautiful, wonderful, caring, kind, amazing, and delicious people out there. You're all absolutely amazing to me, and I hope your day is going fantastic. I had to be kind to you guys because I have realized in my past few videos I've been a little on the mean side, and this is all about happy monkeys and happy people, so we're here to brighten up your day. To start this off, though, I wanted to talk about monkeys really quickly and whether or not they're happy, sad, confused, angry, and what we can kind of decipher based on looking at these monkeys really quickly. So here's the confusing part. Some monkeys, you might not be sure whether they're happy or angry or whatnot, so we can make an educated guess in most situations. If their eyebrows are down, they're freaking angry. If they've got a happy face, they're pretty happy. If they've got a little frown, we're going to say, no, you're not happy. And what's weird is some upgrades, though, might go from really sad or angry to sad, angry, but also cool, to all of a sudden just being happy. They're like, well, my life is good at this point. And then all of a sudden, something bad happens, and they get a little depressed, and they're, it happens to everybody, and their life's not going very well at this point, and, they're still fighting through the pain, but it's not working for them right now. And then all of a sudden, bam! They hit retirement or something, and life is good again, back with the icicle and pail. So we have to think about how we're going to be using our towers here to make sure we're getting the most of them. Even things like submarines are kind of goofy, because you're like, well, he's obviously really freaking sad. He's also sad. You go to this guy, and he's freaking having the time of his life over there in the submarine. And then you get to this guy, and you're like, who knows? Who knows? We can't use that. We don't know if they're happy or not. So we have to kind of play the game to the best of our ability and make sure that that monkey is actually smiling, or at the very least, not angry. I mean, if you look at these guys, they look pretty angry to me. I cannot say for sure that he is happy. Maybe he's excited to be popping the balloons, but a little bit angry about the balloons existing. He's still not happy about it. So we have to use these guys properly. As far as heroes go, we have to pick the happiest hero in the game. So I was thinking probably going for like maybe like an Oben, or maybe like a regular Pat or something. No. So the problem with the heroes is a lot of them have different reactions depending on which skin you're using. Some of them are happy, some of them are sad, some of them are unsure. But after all is said and done, we have to pick what I think is the happiest hero in the game, and I think in this situation, the happiest hero is generally Quincy. He's happy, and he's probably happy, but we just can't for sure see it. So now that we got that down, we can realize that we can play full-on chimps mode with the happiest monkeys in Bloons Tower Defense 6. This is pretty exciting. I picked a map that was reasonably easy because not all that many monkeys are actually happy. Believe it or not, a lot of them are quite upset about balloons existing. A lot of them are pretty angry or like excitedly angry to pop balloons. It's really hard to explain exactly their feelings and what's going on with all of their faces and all that stuff. But that's the kind of gist I get out of it, that most of them are somewhat upset about having to be here to pop the balloons instead of at home playing video games or, having fun. It sucks. War sucks. Nobody's enjoying war. I guess some of these guys are. Or maybe they're just content. They're just content with life, and maybe that's all you need to do to exist. You don't need to be happy all the time. You need to be content. That's my problem with a lot of towers. I really want to get a Sprockets, and he's happy, very, very happy, but a Sentry Gun and a Faster Engineering, I mean, at best, surprised, definitely not happy to be here. So I can't build those until I have all of the money necessary to build the Sprocket. So I have to plan for that stuff instead of just building it and sort of upgrading it into it. I need to make sure I have the money necessary to get that upgrade, or else I am not allowed to buy it. Lucky for us, wizards at low tiers are very, very happy characters. Sadly, they don't get very happy or stay very happy forever. At least not all of them. So we're going to go for a middle path wizard to start off here, just to kind of get some extra support here, and hopefully he can keep us in the game for a while. Alright, luckily for us, I think it's about that time. Our Wall of Fire wizard in the front was actually pretty powerful here, so we're going to go for an engineer, I guess. I don't know, I'm not like super duper excited about this guy, but I need to go for a Sprockets because he is officially actually happy over here, which is nice. And then I don't think it really matters for cross path. I mean, are any of these guys happy though? I mean, they're not unhappy, but the Sprockets is kind of already like the third tier. I don't feel like cross paths are really gonna break anything. If I don't think so. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I definitely want to go for the middle path here, just in case I do end up going for anything stronger here. I want to make sure that I've got some Moab popping power. Yeah, look at that. He's still freaking happy about this deconstruction. He's like, I'm going to pop some Moabs, bro. Pop them all! This seems like a weird one, but I think he might be one of the happiest monkeys in the entire game, and I cannot go through this strategy without using this guy. All right, check this out. Check this out. All right, we're gonna build him. Maybe not the perfectest spot, but I think it'll make sense overall. We're gonna go for a middle path Druid of the Jungle. Oh wait, he's not the happy. I think Jungle's Bounty's actually the happiest. Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna have to go for this guy just to get him, even though it's Chimps mode and that almost doesn't make any freaking sense. I think I'm gonna do it anyways. All right, I'm gonna go for the freaking Jungle's Bounty today. Not because I'm super duper confident in my strategy, but because I think he's not a bad tower. You know, even as a non-money making tower in Chimps mode here, I still think he's pretty decent. And look at how happy he is. Oh my God, spread the joy to everybody across the world. And I'm gonna go for the bottom path. I just like that little tiny boost of speed. Doesn't seem like much, but you can tell we're popping a lot of frickin' Bloons with this guy over here. In fact, he's already up to over 2,000. He's actually kind of cleaning up a lot. Oh crap, Moab. All right, we got to do something about this. Come on, Quincy. If Quincy pops, the ceramics should go down. Hopefully. Slurp him up. Yes, Druid of the Jungle, baby. Jungle's Bounty. One of the weirdest things to keep in mind throughout these strategies is that certain towers that would normally make this super ridiculously easy are sadly not allowed. For example, villages, straight up not allowed. So these camo Bloons, I can't just throw down a village next to all of my towers here and just let everything have camo detection. I need to do something about it. I either need to find a happy tower that can still also pop camos, or find a happy tower that can decamo. And luckily for us, there is one. But it's not really all that great. All right, so let's see if we can even survive this. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do something about this real quick like here. All right, luckily for us, Quincy coming in for the win. And I've got enough money for this. We're just going to go for it. Mortar. All right, we're going to throw this guy down. So the base mortar, not happy. This guy, still not happy. Still not very happy. Kind of angry about the balloon. Signal Flare, still not very happy. But maybe. He's like a confused happy. Like, oh, I kind of like that. That's the face I'm getting off of him. And then when we get Shattering Shells, he's like, I am extremely content with the amount of balloon destruction that I am having right now. This is cool. And or maybe he just likes fireworks and explosions and stuff. I mean, that's cool too, whatever you're thinking. Any which way, we won't have to worry about reinforced balloons for the rest of the game, which is really, really cool. Except for reinforced DDTs. It's just kind of sad to think about, but other than that, we've got this guy, and he will help us out a lot. But I'll be honest, right now I don't really have a killer. I don't have, like, the tower that I really, really need to build here to make sure that everything's actually going to go down long term. And I got to figure out what the heck's that going to be. Because I'll be straight with you guys. Even though I play Bloons Star Defense 6 on a daily basis, I have not memorized every single monkey and whether or not they're smiling in their picture. I don't know if you guys have. If you have, that's pretty cool. But I haven't. So I have to go looking through, figure out what tower I want to build, and then does it have a smile? And a lot of the times it's just straight up, no. It does not have a smile. I cannot use it. I have to think of something else to build and hopefully make it work for me. And we're getting to the point where we can't even take down Moabs anymore, so I'm a little afraid. You know what? One tower I know that I want to build, Stencher Expert. He is smiling, and he's actually quite happy. In fact, he somewhat rivals Jungle's Bounty, but I still got to admit, even though that's very happy about popping Bloons, this guy's clearly still happier, if you ask me. I mean, the eyes, you can't beat the eyes. It's like straight up anime eyes of happiness, right? Any which way, I gotta figure some stuff out in the meantime here, so give me a quick break here. I'll come back with a couple new ideas, and we'll think it through. All right, this guy's been buffed quite a bit, and I've been using him in a lot of my weird challenges, but I feel like he's part of the game, and he's not unfair in any which way. I'm gonna take advantage of him. He's good right now. We're gonna go for a full-on Rebel Monkey. So check this out. I'm going to put him also next to kind of all of my back towers here, so we get a lot of room to attack, kind of, without taking up too much space. I'm going to go straight into a Robo Monkey. To me, that is a pretty happy character. Also, Plasma Blast is also... Oh, I shouldn't have bought Laser Blast. Laser Blast was definitely extremely upset. So I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm using an upset tower to pop things, but Plasma Blast, on the other hand, is quite happy about popping Bloons. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did that to you guys. You were supposed to wait for the money, but I think we would have survived without that guy for the few seconds that he existed. Any which way, so please forgive me for cheating you guys out of happy Bloons popping. So far, the Shattering Shells has been, I don't want to say worthless, but it really hasn't been doing that much for us. I mean, the Signal Flare would have done just as well, but of course, Signal Flare's not happy, so we can't do that. So instead, we went for a full-on Shattering Shells here, and we've seen very few reinforced Bloons overall. But later we go, the stronger this guy gets, which is kind of a weird way to think about him. But it's kind of nice just to have him on the screen and know that forever he will be more worthwhile, specifically for round 98. Even just thinking about round 98, round 90, and 100 is kind of scary, but if you know that you have a tower that's really, really good at any one of those rounds, you can kind of just wipe it off the board and say, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I don't care about round 98. I know I can take it down. If I can take down 99 and 100, it's no longer an issue. Now I need to think, what kind of tower can I build that'll maybe take down round 99 or something? And even though that seems so silly and like long drawn to think super far away like that, it is actually a reasonable thing to think about, thinking ahead in these situations, all right? Because it doesn't matter if we get to round 96 and then lose, we lost. We got to beat all the way through to the end of the game to officially say we've won. And there's one tower that I'm not sure I'm super pumped about, but I do know that he is reasonably powerful all across the board. I think I want to go for him. Sentry Champion. He is also quite happy. Let's see. He's a little goof happy. He's like a goofball, but yeah, he's pretty happy about Pop the Bloons. Pretty happy to exist. Happy to just be a part of the crew. And that's what I want him to be today. I want him to just be friendly, be part of the crew. Now, before we get up and act blindly with no brain power, I just wanted to pick your guys' brain real quick and ask you, which tower do you think has the most pops at this point in the game? They're all pretty reasonably... If I just did not look whatsoever, I already looked, I'll be honest. If I had to guess, I would assume not Robo-Monkey, because he's only been around for a little while, but I would probably guess Quincy, maybe the Wizard, but it would be pretty tight between them. I was actually really surprised when I looked at this pop count. First of all, Quincy, 20,000. Wizard's got clearly more than that. He's been around for the entire game and pretty much the entire game. Look at this guy, though. 65,000, clearly. I mean, we spent a pretty good amount of money on him, so it kind of makes sense here, but dang, that's a lot of pops. But holy crap! Also 65, 66,000. They're like freaking tied. This guy's clearly winning right now, but I think this guy's going to eventually overtake him. Any which way, I thought it was kind of cool to just kind of check that out real quick. And then, of course, Plasma Robo, 41,000. He's kind of catching up, but still not there. And then Baby Boomer, also more pops than my Hero and my Wizard. Just kind of surprising. I think across the board, I was just surprised by all the different pop counts, how effective they've been so far. And I have not been microing at all with this guy. You know, like, I've just kind of let things fly. I also haven't really been using too many Quincy abilities either, I'll be honest about that. All right, we're actually almost there. Things are getting a little bit tight here in the late 70s, but Sentry Champ will change the game entirely in our favor for a while. But super duper late game, this guy does tend to fall off a little bit. I'm not sure how he's going to help us out in the late 90s, and because I don't have direct decamos yet, he does not do very well against DDTs at all. So that really freaking sucks. If I want to decamo DDTs, I gotta go all the way to a Bloons Incineration, because this is Chimps mode. This is not regular and poppable. And that is kind of upsetting to think about. So we'll have to make a judgment call. Oh crap, more camo Bloons. We got a micro, Chris, micro! Oh my god, did not like that at all, but that is one of the only rounds where camo Bloons come out in gigantic bundles, so we don't have to deal with that very often. The true free play rounds, people do not like that I say free play rounds for 81 plus, because they're like, Chris, it's not free play, it's still part of the game. Kinda, yeah, I mean, I can feel you, I get you, but I just call it that anyways, because the Bloons change. You know, it's a complete and utter change in the middle of a game. It feels like free play to me. All right, so I apologize if that offends you in any which way, but that's just the fact of life. All right. Anyways, I guess I wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about things that aren't Bloons for a little while. I've been giving you guys a lot of sad things, like telling you how much of a loser I was and how I got into fights that weren't fights back in the day and all this sad crap. But today I wanted to be a little more, I guess, happy. Hopefully, hopefully I'm not going to be depressed, down and out. Sad Chris while trying to be happy here, but we're gonna give it our best. So I guess I wanted to talk to you guys about the happiest time of my life. Now that's really, really hard to say, and I wanted to ask you guys, do you have a happiest time of your life? Is right now the happiest time of your life? Because if it is fan-frickin-tastic, I'm so happy for you. Like, that is one of the greatest things ever to hear from somebody, and I hope that it's still like one of those things where it's like every day is the new happiest day of your life or something like that, because that would be even better. You know, if everybody could make that happen, life would just be absolutely fantastic. But I'll be honest, I feel like you know, the saying ignorance is bliss is kind of very accurate, because I feel like as I've grown up, the more that you learn about anything, the more you're like, wow, that's really crappy. Oh, wow, that's also really crappy. Oh, guess what? Everything is really crappy about life and the world and everything. And you know what makes it even worse is that the internet just kind of makes everything easily available to us, so we can look at all the crappiness all over the place all the time. And the news, you know what they love to do? They don't tell you 58 minutes of happy stories and then 1 2-minute sad story at the end. No, they'll tell you 58 sad minutes or things that make you really angry about life, and then they'll give you a 2-minute happy outro to make you feel a little bit better about yourself at the end of the day, right? I mean, that if anybody ever watches the news, that's pretty accurate. Like, let's make them angry for 58 minutes. We'll try to make it right for like 1 second at the end there. It really does happen. Trust me on that. And I don't watch the news anymore either. I try not to at the very least, because it's kind of depressing. You know, like there's only so much sadness. And oh my God, why are we talking about this? Let's get back to the happiness. So anyways, the happiest time of my life was actually when I was quite young. I think it was probably like 7th, 8th grade was the happiest time of my life. I went from, in 5th grade, I went to like a religious school, and I started going to a public school in 6th grade because I moved. So my parents were telling me, Chris, it's a brand new school. Like, everybody's going to be super pumped. Oh, can you guess what? Check this out. Bloons generation, bro. I wasn't sure I wanted to do this, but I think this is one of the only good ways to take down DDTs. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to leave most of my Bernie stuff kind of on the corner here, and if I need to, I can always micro. You know, over here wouldn't be a bad spot. Over here wouldn't be a bad spot. You know, there's a lot of places to micro this guy around. But for now, I need that DDT popping power, and I'm really glad I got it before this point. But anyways, in 6th grade, I moved on from that religious school to like full-on. Dang, this still looks not too bad, not too bad. For the first set of DDTs though, it kind of gauges what you're gonna do in 4 rounds, 5 rounds. Because 95, it feels like it's way more difficult than everything else you've seen before. You know, like screw 3 DDTs, screw 7 DDTs or 9 DDTs that come out in 93. Just unload like a million at you. That's kind of how it feels. But any which way, when I went there, my parents were like, yeah, Chris, don't worry about it. Everybody's going to be new. You're going to make a bunch of new friends and everything. Like, nobody's going to know each other. You're just going to, like, pop in there, and new friends are just going to pop out of the woodwork. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Sounds great. And that's when I realized that my parents totally lied to me, because everybody came from the other public school that was just a different school. And now it's just everybody went together from the other public school to this new school. So I was still brand new and had no friends or anything. You know, it was just kind of sad. But I tried hard. I will admit it, in 6th and 7th grade, I tried hard to make new friends. I tried to talk to people. I tried to get out there. I tried to do fun stuff, and I was shy. Don't get me wrong. I've been always shy my entire life. I tried to talk to people. I remember the first day of school, I actually went up to somebody, and I was like, basically like, we should be friends. No joke. I not that exact wordage, but I was like, yeah, like, this is awesome. Let's do more stuff together or something like that. I even remember it. His name was Kevin. I don't want to give his last name or anything, but his name was Kevin, and I don't know. We were actually pretty good friends for a little while. We got a lot of money here. I don't know what I want to do with it yet, so let's take a quick break and think about this for a second. Okay, this is a really weird one, and I don't know how much I'm going to like it, but Juggernaut and Ultra Juggernaut are actually very happy people. So what I want to do is I'm going to, since I have decamozation for DDTs, I don't even care about the camo aspect of this guy, or the range. I'm just going to upgrade him straight to quick shots and very quick shots, and we're going to get an Ultra Jug once we get the money. It's kind of a weird tower to go for a late game here, but I don't have that much good balloon popping power, and I think that guy's going to be my balloon popping power, dude. Sometimes you don't need something that's actually super powerful late game. You need something that melds well with your current defense, and I think that's what we're gonna live with here. And we're also going to use no abilities here, because I'm going to need them for round 95. And we're actually almost there for Juggernaut money! Come on, I kind of want this Juggernaut money. We need a micro, Oh crap, Bloons iteration is not doing that great of a job here. Alright, back up to the front, Ultra Jug it. Arrows. Oh my god, I did not want to use that for round 95, but I did anyways, because I would have died without it. Alright, wow, we're losing to Camo Bloons too. Holy crap. Alright, luckily Quincy's starting to clean up now. He's level 18. Ooh, I should spend the 500 bucks, but I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. Alright, we gotta leave this guy in the front here until everything gets more donezo. But luckily, these things are going down. So far, at least, they are going down. Early game. Oh, no issues. No issues. I love it. I don't even need to use an ability here for round 95. Good combo from us. Great combo from us. Anyways, the happiest time of my life was I spent 6th grade kind of like trying to make friends and everything, and I feel like in 7th grade, I really succeeded. I like found a group of people that I really enjoyed being around and hanging out with and stuff like that, and that's, believe it or not, where I made most of my friends that I am still friends with today. So I'm 32, so that's, you know, I mean, what was I, about 11, 12? So about 20 years ago, I met the friends that I have right now, which is really, really crazy to imagine that I've been friends with these people for 20 frickin' years, dude. It is wild. But any which way, that was, I would say, probably the happiest time of my life. 7th, maybe 8th grade. I got to do after-school sports. We had gym every day. I have made a bunch of friends. We're actually hanging out doing things. And guess what I did not have? I didn't have any responsibilities or any real responsibilities yet. I didn't have a job. I didn't have to do anything besides just a little bit of homework. And I'll be honest with you, a little bit of homework for Chris was pretty much no homework. I just didn't do it. Just kind of at all. Maybe that's bad of me to say, but it's the truth. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, baby! Somehow we survived that, but it was definitely scary. Good news is this thing for round 98, you know, 96 is probably going to be more difficult than round 98 for us. Let's micro this thing, though, because I need to make sure I de-reinforce these BFBs, and that should be an easy takedown now. Oh, yeah, easy takedown for 97. 98 should also be reasonably easy, but 99, based on what I saw earlier, actually wasn't too bad. But I don't know for sure. Anyways, let's just keep blowing this Oh My God action up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to micro a little bit. I don't love microing, ever. If I can ever get away with not microing, it's way better for me. But right now, this is the answer. So, life's good, though. Life is actually pretty freaking sexy here. Easy peasy. We got $24,000. Do I want to do anything with that? Do I have any other monkeys that are happy? Let me check. I don't love this idea, but I feel like it's a really easy thing to build. We're going to go for a Summon Phoenix, all right? Why? Can help out against round 99 if it needs be, and it's also going to help us out against round 100. And I'm going to go for, believe it or not, a second one. And this guy's also quite happy. Look at him. He's just freaking happy. He's a happy camper. All right, how we doing here? Not too bad. All we got to do is clean up one more round. So, yeah, that was, you know, it doesn't feel like the rest of my life has been downhill or anything like that, but I can definitely tell you that I really remember enjoying 7th, 8th grade, probably the most out of my entire life. Once I got to high school, I realized, like, puberty changed me or something like that. I got a lot more shy, a lot more weird, and I didn't feel exactly like myself, I guess, anymore. I don't know what it was about it, but it's sort of like, it was just different. And for me, it was goofy. I had a really rough time in high school. I feel like I was a big nerd. I was not very big or anything like that. And then once I got to college, I think I just kind of kept up with the same sort of attitude, that I was just sort of weird. I was a weird kid. And then it just became part of my own mentality, almost, that I'm just so weird that I can't even do normal things anymore. And that's why I went to YouTube, believe it or not. I joined YouTube because I was like, I could show off to people and show off that I'm not that weird. And here we are today. But now I'm weird. So, yeah, that's kind of how it all went down. Any which way, I was curious. If you guys want to answer in the comments below, feel free. If you don't want to, that's okay, too. What do you feel like the happiest moment of your life is? Not even necessarily a moment, but the happiest year of your life. And if you just think your entire life has just been absolute dog poop, I am so sorry to hear that. You can feel free to share or not share if you want to in the comments below. But I'll be honest. Happy monkeys. I had a pretty good time. Hopefully you guys did too. Hopefully you guys did too. And I'm surprised we're actually still going derp. DDTs, bro. I was almost gonna say we're going reasonably strong here, but DDTs are our weakness. You know, nothing else really though is a big deal. Even these PFBs and Oh My Gods and stuff, freaking cares, man. If you're willing to micro, I don't want to say no problem, but taking them down. Taking them down. So I'm not gonna go, oh wait, this could be the end. I was really not planning on playing late game whatsoever, but I'm kind of still surviving here and it feels weird. So I'm gonna play a few rounds to just see where we can get to. I'm kind of surprised that we're even remotely surviving this. Like it's getting pretty freaking tough over here. But we survived a lot of DDTs there. And look at that! Bloons generation with the most pops. That's, I guess that kind of makes sense. He's one of my only 5th tier towers, but even the engineer didn't keep up. That's surprising. Any which way, if you guys enjoyed this happy video, make sure you press that like button, and make sure you subscribe, and if you want to use my Nexus code, feel free. And have a super duper delicious day.